Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io, and if you want to support the people that make this game, and or get the most up-to-date version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, $3 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, we came across, let's see, we came across, I believe his name is Reed. Yes, of course, the wolf, I guess. And he told us that Huxley's gun was pawned, but then he repurchased it. And Marcy might know what happened to the gun. Let's see. Also, Huxley was an alcoholic. He needed money. Wonder where he was getting it. Also, we met James. He told us not much. I think it was that, like, yeah, the CGCS employee placed a hit on Cliff. Could have. Or somebody else. Also, we tossed a rock or a pebble at him, which caused him to bleed. It was funny. Also, let's see. We talked to the mayor here, and was like, we're like, hey, we should probably think about an evacuation plan. I don't know why, because usually when I think of evacuation, I think of like, I don't know, an attack by some other group, or towns on fire, you know, disasters, not like one person killing another person. Because, like, I don't know. So, we'll go to the next scene. Oops, sorry. William has been gone for a while. It's hard not to think about the whole experience last night. Ooh, ooh. How he described the body fighting against the mind, and our bodies being cages, and how we come to love and hate our cages at the same time. Paul says, "For the mind that is set on the flesh is hostile to God, for it does not submit to God's law. Indeed, it cannot." Never much cared for Paul. He didn't even know Jesus. And he doesn't have much interest in living through the struggle of sin. His advice is, more or less, just don't have it. You know, kind of... I'm not going to go into it. Just thinking about American evangelicalism. Which makes me think he lied a lot. Probably. To make people only hate their cages. To revel in death. To revel in breaking out of them as soon as we can. To rush into some place they don't know. Blind faith or eternal death. That doesn't sound like Jesus at all. If he sins against you 7 times in one day, each time he comes to you saying, "I repent," you must forgive him. Not 7 times, but 77 times. Jesus believed that sin and redemption were a journey. Paul didn't seem to want to walk at all, so to speak. Walk? Who in blazes does this? Does what? I think he had a lot of special jazz numbers that he worries about getting scratch taken. There has not been a whole lot to do for those two since they found out Wool's locks his records cabinet. Surely he could have something cheap out. At the very least, a holiday jingle or two. What is this Mariah Carey coming from the 2000s? Is this time traveling? I don't know what joke I was going for. I wouldn't say the sheriff is much of a Noel type. They both flinch when somebody knocks at the door. Is Will finally back? Nah, he has his own key, so it wouldn't make much sense for him to be knocking. Back in a jiffy. Ooh, pies. Bit of an odd expression. Samuel, would you happen to know the increment of time that constitutes a jiffy? Dunno. It's just an expression people say. I've heard people use it before at my university, but it's much more prevalent there. Here. How fun. Sam, you have a lady friend at the door. Ooh, ooh. He lowered his voice. And she smells real nice. like apples. Oh, Cynthia, my favorite. I mean, I have a lot of favorites, but I like Cynthia. Cynthia walks up to us through the doorway. She looks more dolled up than usual. Cynthia? Good afternoon, Sam. Hello, Miss Cynthia. Oh. You took me by surprise. Good afternoon, Mr. Tibbets. You look absolutely radiant today. Thank you. Now, I don't mean to be curt, but might I have some privacy with Mr. Ayers? Ayers? Well, of course. You heard the lady. Now move out. Todd practically tackles Cliff out of the office, leaving Cynthia alone with me. That was kind of odd, but okay. Christ, Todd. If this was somebody else, it could have been a problem. It's been a few days. Yeah, I suppose it has. Making lots of money here, though. I guess I kind of lost track. She walks over to Will's desk and starts rifling through his drawers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? Learning. That's illegal, Cynthia. Tremendous. Tremendous or tremendously? She pulls out a notebook, flips through a few pages, and rips them out. Look at these nice little drawings. This one has a bone sticking out of their neck. Lord have mercy, what are you up to? Just taking a few things about me and some friends that he has, that's all. I don't see the big deal. He's gonna know you took him. Then I'll just lie. He shouldn't have this stuff in the first place. He's working on a case, for Christ's sake. He might screw something up. If he wants to record his information, then he can ask these girls for it to their faces himself. That sound good? Whatever. There's one here about feet. Is he using you to spy on people? Oh, at this point, no, not really. He hasn't asked. I mean, originally, that was his plan. But then when I was like, hey, I killed that guy, I was like, okay, I guess you're the deputy as well? Make sure he doesn't. I roll my neck. If he does, then that's my call to make, isn't it? She puts the journal back as neatly as she found it, even though there's several pages missing. I'm warning you, Sam. Folks in our line of work are the first to get blamed when the shit hits the fan. Happens to friends in Colville and Peyton. It's definitely happened before here, too. Wouldn't he have done that to me already if he was going to do it? I never said I think he dislikes you, Sam. She flips the page she tore out of the book loudly. Then she stuffs them into her purse. I just can't ignore what he is. And I don't think you should either. Just find a way to protect yourself, even if you don't have to use it. And come back to work tonight. We miss you. Also, your patrons miss you. They, are backed up tremendously. Alright, I'll go in. We hear the front door open. I feel my throat drop into my stomach when I hear William's voice. I'm back, Sam. I look back and forth between him and Cynthia, and she just crosses her arms. And Cynthia, too? Didn't think you'd be dropping by here either, but if it's the only way to see Sam for 4 days, then I guess it's all I can do. She adjusted her purse and walked past Will into the doorway. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, gentlemen. You know where to find me. Will catches her or watches her leave. The hell is she going on in here? She's mad that I'm not at the brothel enough. Perfect timing then. I need you to go to the brothel. We need to go to the brothel. He took some money out of his pocket and put it in my hand. For last night. Should be enough to get him off your back for a while, right? It won't hurt. But I think she wants to see me more. Will shrugged. Then maybe she should start paying. Hilarious. I brought you something to eat. What, more beans? I love beans. Refried beans, that is. It's a sandwich. One of those things from the big city. It's a really nice looking one. It's a smoked salmon? Is that smoked salmon? There's a nice place downtown that was open. did you get anything for yourself? I ate it on the way. I'm glad Sam likes a sandwich. Cats are supposed to like salmon, right? Racism. Sam needs to sleep more. Todd, watch the station while I head out to the stag. Oh, are you finally going to learn how to dance, Sheriff? This isn't for fun, Todd. I'm going to scope the place out and ask some questions. And I already know how to dance. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You know an awful lot about butt stuff. Why don't you show him how, Sheriff? He seems eager. Oh, shut the hell up, Sam. I've been told I can be very eager. Numerous times. Nah, this is something I think the sheriff should do. Smarmy shit. You're the expert on moving your legs. You do it. Sam, a dancer? No. No? Oh, nonsense. Everybody's a dancer when they find the right rhythm. Now, let's find some music or make some ourselves. Have fun, Sam. Gonna have a hoedown and a hootenanny. Oh, so let's just see that if there's any other ones. Nope, that's it, I guess. I guess it's time to finally make my way to this club. I know the directions roughly, which means I'm going to be walking for a while. For one of the busiest places in town, it's sure out of the goddamn way of everything. Though, considering the kinds of things that go on down here, I suppose that's part of the point. So it's just a barn? It looks like a massive barn, because it is, but it doesn't smell like one. I know what a bar smells like. The wide double doors are held open by a big rock, so it doesn't look like this place is closed often. Like, how big a rock are we talking about? There's a big figure in the distance lumbering toward me. That you, Nick? If you want to go for a drink, we should have invited all the others. I'm sure they would love to see how drunk I can get you. Ha. Last thing I want is a scene here. Could you help me fit in? Maybe get cozy with some of the regulars? Well, do not wear that badge, obviously. I already took it off Nick. Pah, it's dark. Just put in an effort to have a good time, and people will talk without asking. I'm on the time crunch, Nick. There are other places I have to be. Very well, very well. He beckons towards the front door. Shall we then? I nod and sigh. After you. Decent looking place. It's packed. So dense I can hardly move. Where should I look right now? Probably the bar first, because if you're going to a place, you might want to go get a booze first. But what's the upper beams for? I see an opening in the bar, so I sit on one of the bar stools right now, so I don't miss any chance. How would those things be unoccupied at a bar? The bartender strolls over slowly. What'll it be? Just scotch on the rocks. Coming right up. The bartender turns his head towards me and squints at me. Hey, I know you. Oh boy, here comes trouble. You're Sheriff Adler. Fuck. I hear some adjustments in the seats next to me. Right now, I'm just thirsty. Thanks. How come you're not wearing your badge? 'Cause don't need it for folks who know I am. And I'm on a scene. And I'm on a case. Are you saying you have time to talk with me? Your drink will be right up. He hurries away, and I can feel the breath leave my lungs. That's what I thought. That was a scene that didn't need to be one. Some folks clear the seats beside me. A big Sonryan wolf stares at me through the space they left behind. He's a big boy. Stands up, saunters over with a bit of a swagger, then takes a seat next to me. Also, I see the gun. Bit hard out here for a lawman, ain't it? Hard out here for most people. Patronizing me won't get you far. Easy there, tough guy. Who says I'm looking to get anywhere? Besides your pants. especially with those big old eyes there. He leans in and strokes the edge of his beer glass with the index finger. Your posture, your tone, your gaze. You like to play games. What's wrong with a game or two? Kane's the name, fucking's the game. I feel a grunt rumble out of my throat. That don't even rhyme. You calling me a poet? Careful now, I could take offense to that. I sip a little deeper and don't mind the burn. If you want to waste your own time, go ahead, but there's not a whole lot of scotch in this glass. Truth be told, I just like to think your scars are interesting. Be careful about what you call interesting. Can I know how you got them? The swipe to the face was me getting too close to a thug after knocking the gun out of his hand. Slice me to ribbons. And what about the chunk out of your ear? That was a bit of good old-fashioned torture. See that pretty casual-like. I was trained for it. It's good that you know how to bounce back. Most men don't get far if they don't. Too true. Say, do you like to brawl, Sheriff? Why? Do you want to find out? Would you fight me if I gave you a kiss? That's real cute. Who's joking? How's with this guy? Thanks, but I don't have the time. Pity. Hard to find folks anywhere who can push as hard as they give. I suppose that's true. But I finished my drink. Find me some other time if you want to get physical, aw man. A bit of fun. I'm flattered. I feel his eyes on my back as I rise out of my seat. Good thing I can... Sorry, give me a sec. Good thing I can see him in the mirror across from the room if he tries any sudden moves. Where should I look right now? Because the upper beams? Are we going to the upper beams? I mean, I guess we are from this vantage point. Move to the ladder, and we can escape the crowd. I know some people we could talk to. It might be easier to scope out the place if we look from a higher position. Also, why would you have rugs in a place like this? You'd think that they would get absolutely wrecked, like, absolutely quickly. Here. Might as well climb the ladder and see what I've got to work with. There's a severe-looking fellow in Eastern clothing sitting by the rails by himself. Yep, my face is fine. He looks like a sable. Say, Nick, do you know any folks in these parts who'd be comfortable to share what they know with me? Maybe somebody a little less Kagi? What's Kagi? This is a spirited place, Will, especially after a few drinks. But I know some good union men who will share what they know if they believe it's in their cause. Over there, for example. Oi! Who should I approach? I mean, I'm not sure what the Eastern-looking guy would have information on, so probably should talk to the miners. Then my intuition is like, hey, talk to the sable. Though, hopefully this is, you know, kind of like the prior thing, doing a bit of both. I'm gonna follow Nick. I mean, if I listened to him, it would have prevented my death, so we're going with the miners. Nick keeps nudging me towards the round table where a few men are talking. Jemjo, Paul, Philippe. That guy looks fresh in the middle. He pointed me to the bar, the bear, the wolverine, and the jackrabbit, respectively. Hey, do you know some guy that works at the hip? Say hello to Sheriff Adler. Sheriff, you say? We'd be happy to speak with him. Would we? He's working on more than a few dangerous cases. So what? One of the men involved shot at me. Oh. Well, that changes things. You hurt? Not yet. Thankfully, but for how long? Who can say? Just tell us what you need already, damn it. I'm glad you changed your tune, Paul. Now, what might we help you with? I know it's not exactly a secret that your folks aren't happy with the management at CGCS. I don't give a damn about the management, I just want more pay. The management could also be better. Our chapter isn't exactly united on every front, but frustrations are certainly on an all-time high. Know anybody frustrated to associate one of assassinate one of James's higher-ranking employees? If you're here to sniff around for information about James, the stag, won't do much good. James. Who's James? Are we talking about the, Ram? Yeah, that is his name, I think. The hip is more his speed. In what way? The carnal way. Ooh, noted. I hear the man gets stuck in a woman more times than Taft got stuck in the presidential bathtub. Timely note. I wouldn't mind to get stuck in a woman, ooh. Is he trying to make me vomit? That paints a picture, alright. Anything else you can tell me? I think he doesn't seem like the barkeep much. Sounds like he gets in fights with him enough. Notebook time. Should go to City Hall. But we were already there. Harlan gets in a fight with James. He usually keeps things professional. Not enough to get him banned from the establishment, apparently. Well, we'll all know what it's like. You're a lifesaver, Nick. I think I may have enough here, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. Why don't you stay for a while longer? I'm sure we have other mutual interests we can discuss other than James 3. James 3? I'm on time crunch, I'm afraid, but I think it might not be a bad idea once this case is under control. I'll hold you to that. People usually do. There's a bar and a dance floor downstairs. Could be somebody down there with loose slips from all the alcohol. We should approach. Sable time, I guess. That's a sable? I thought a sable was like antler ears, and I guess when he was meaning east, he meant far east. I was thinking like, I don't know, Europe, Africa kind of thing, Mediterranean. He might think he was minding his business, but I caught him staring multiple times, which either means he's curious about me or he wants me to leave. Also, does he have square eyes? Let's find out which. Mind if I take a seat? He dabs his pen in ink again and keeps writing. If you insist, though, I will be involved in my work. What sort of work? Translation. You keep giving me looks, so you know who I am, don't you? Difficult not to. Well, I promise I'm not here to give you a hard time. I just hope that the good people here could help me understand a little more about James Hendricks and his relationship to his employees. I have reason to believe that somebody might be trying to hurt his employees, and some folks are already hurt. I no longer work there, so I would not know. But you do know anything that might support the claim that Mr. Hendricks is putting on his own employees in danger? Sable looks like he's thinking. I can tell you something something general. Anything helps. Mr. Hendricks very blatantly has favored employees. However, so does Mr. Briggs. Who's Mr. Briggs? It's like James. Who's Mr. Hendricks? I can't keep thinking of everybody's first names and separate last names, you know? There was very little overlap between those two groups, and it traditionally bred resentment. It seems like CGCH employees loyal to the company don't even get along. Some favor James, others favor Briggs. Now, who's Briggs? Okay, Briggs is someone else. It would really help if I could keep all these names straight. But that's all I can tell you. Thanks, you've been very helpful, Mr... What was your name again? Call me Jiba. I tried to pronounce it, but it's bits of a mouthful. I don't know, it's like two things. Thank you, Mr. Jiba. Oh, call for me anytime. He seems nice. Strange fella. That's probably lots of people are nice. That's probably all I'm gonna get out of people right now. I think I'm done here. Thanks for all your help, Nick. I don't think there's a whole lot left for me to learn here. You want to come back to my station with me? Or the station? Sam will be there, won't he? He sounds resentful. Possibly, unless one of his little friends called him back to the brothel for chores. I think I'll stay here a little longer. Come on, Nick. I mean, he had a concussion, like worse than that. And, you know, he just killed somebody, so, you know, might not be spilling the beans right after the thing. Something happened between the two of you? He lied to us for weeks, Will. He had his reasons, didn't he? For you, obviously. Absolutely. But me? I expected more trust. He told us eventually, didn't he? He told you. I think that's because he had given up. He seemed already ready for the worst. But he should know that he can come to me for anything. I think he would have if you were in a better state of mind. Maybe you should take some comfort in that. Maybe. So, are you in a better state now? No. But you're right. So I will be, eventually. He shifts his weight from the left foot to his right and looks over at the bar. Good night. Till next time. I hope he means what he says. Time to go. I guess we can, get to the next scene. Quick. Everywhere I've been today seems to be pointing me in the same direction. The hip. Workers at the hip are the best source of information in town. Doors carved out a sizable space in this podunk. The CGCS put Echo on the map economically, but the brothel is the only thing in town that attracts genuine celebrities. And, since now is the scene change, that's a good time to call it, I guess. So, the end of this Let's Play. So comment, cause I like comments, what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise, if you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out others help it grow. Please remember to spay your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, free on itch.io. And if you want to support the people that make this game, and or get the most updated version earlier, $3 on Patreon. And until next time, Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Thanks and see ya.